Hello, everyone. This is your host, Tyler McGuigan. Welcome to a segment we like to call Studio A Interviews from Home. Today, we have a very special guest with us, Todd Bivona, who graduated from Marist in 2007. So, Todd, why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I was at Marist College from 2003 to 2007. Wow, can't believe it's been 15 years or so, whatever it's
Yeah.
been. I don't even want to know. But I went to Marist College with a sports communication degree, sports communication program led at the time by Dr. Keith Strudler. It was very cool, and I had a cognate. I'll never forget. It wasn't a minor; it was a cognate in criminal justice.
Oh, wow.
Only reason why I did that was because all my friends in the dorms were criminal justice majors, so I did that. So. Loved my time at Marist. I was involved heavily in student government. I was the vice president of athletics in student government. I did MCTV for 3.5 years about. I was in WMAR. I contributed to the Circle, to the paper, and did a bunch of fundraisers at Marist. Rest in peace, a friend, Caitlin Boyle, passed away from meningitis. I'll never forget
Oh,
that. That
no.
was junior year. And we had a fundraiser for it. We'd started the student faculty basketball game as a fundraising means. And then also, I think my junior year, or that was my sophomore year, my junior year, someone else had passed. Then we did another fundraiser for her, for her family, Jill Carboni, and we did a powder puff game
Oh,
where
wow.
which was really cool. It
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. So love Poughkeepsie, love Marist. It was I tell everyone it's best 4 years of my life. And then I moved on to work in the freelance television business where I'm still at today, and now have my own production company. And I am from Brooklyn, New York, from 85 to 93. And then I moved to Staten Island, where I lived in Staten Island for 25 years. And now I reside in Cliffwood, Matawan, New Jersey.
Oh, awesome. I'm from New Jersey too.
Oh, nice. What part?
Essex County. I live in Cedar
Essex.
Grove, New Jersey. It's right next to Montclair, if you know where that is, and Verona.
No, right where that is. So
Yeah.
one of the places I work at is MLB Network in Secaucus, New Jersey. And a
Oh,
lot of people that work in Secaucus actually live in Montclair.
oh,
So
no.
very familiar with the area. A lot of people talk to us about the commute from Montclair to Secaucus.
Yeah. There's a lot of commuters there because they have a bunch of train stations in Montclair.
Right.
All right. So, well, next question. What have you been doing during all of this? During this whole pandemic and us having to stay at home, like what have you been doing for fun and to keep yourself busy?
Sure. Well, primarily I work in television production as a freelancer. I'm primarily a stage manager, floor director, whatever you want to call it, working for various networks throughout the country or world. MLB Network, I mentioned. NBC Sports is in Stamford, Connecticut, or I was supposed to work the Indianapolis 500 for the second time. That obviously got postponed.
Yeah.
I was booked to work the Olympics. I was supposed to go to Tokyo for a month. That got postponed until 2021. Right now, today is the day before the NFL draft. I was supposed to
Mhm.
be in Vegas for a week. So
Oh,
point being, all these events that I was booked for are postponed or canceled. So that was a really gut punch. And as a freelancer, if I don't work, I don't get paid.
yeah.
Unemployment it is, taking advantage of what the government's been offering us and getting paid a little bit. Actually, MLB Network, to their credit, they paid us even though we're not working. They gave us a percentage for the month of April, and they paid us in full for March when we were originally canceled. So I've been focusing, since I'm not working in studios or on sets or on location throughout the
Mhm.
country. I've been working for Gotham Trinity Productions, which is a
Cool.
production company that I started with a couple of friends from Staten Island-based production company. And we've been doing a lot of this live broadcasts via Facebook or YouTube, and using different online platforms in order to facilitate a talk show style. We've been tasked by the Staten Island Advance, which is Staten Island's daily newspaper, to host a segment called Together SI, where we reach out to an individual from the small business community and interview them and say, how are you coping? Much like you asked me, Tyler, was what are you doing? Well, we're asking various members of the Staten Island community, what are you doing to adjust in these times? My buddy Corey Shifter from Casal Jewelers, what are you doing as a jeweler to sell your product? So
Mhm.
Gotham has been keeping us busy because we're able to record video still, quality video, through this new medium of the virtual space. So I've been actually more busy more busy now post quarantine, during quarantine, than I was not in quarantine with my production company. So we're one of the few who, although we lost a large percentage of income for April for events we did have booked, we are getting a fraction of it back through this new medium.
Oh, nice. And I have
Yeah.
to ask, how did you guys come up with the name Gotham Trinity?
Great question, Tyler. And we love talking about it too. It's between three guys, my good buddies, Michael Graziuso, Staten resident, and my buddy
Mhm.
Mike Delagrazi. So there were three of us
Mhm.
who had this idea for a production company a long time ago. And I'm using 15 years of my freelance broadcast knowledge to impart on them TV production wise. Whereas Mike Delagrazi, he's a writer actor. Mike Graziuso is a filmmaker, and he's
Okay,
very good on the tech side of things. So we
nice.
knew it had to be something with the three of us.
Mhm.
I work for NBC Sports, which does the Premier League out of Europe, London, England, of course. And I love shields, so I wanted some sort of shield for a logo. I'm a big DC fan, big Marvel fan, big DC fan. Obviously, we
Me
love
too.
Gotham, we love the Trinity idea, and we wanted to do a little
Got my
cityscape up here.
Batman.
Oh, nice,
Here.
got your
Right
Batman.
there.
It's awesome. Yeah, so that's where it came from. We wanted to do something New York centric, maybe Staten Island centric, but we Gotham Trinity Productions sounded had a good ring, had a good and we my buddy Mike developed a nice logo.
Well, the logo looks great, and it does have a ring to it. It's a great
Nice,
sounding name.
thanks, man.
Hmm. Um, to end on a lighter note, what was the club MCTV like during your time at Marist?
Oh man, that's such a cool question. I happened to be around the time where we were freshman year. We were still working off of DV tapes. And we were working on cannons,
Mhm.
red and white cannons that we had, GL1 or XL1 or whatever they were.
Yeah.
So we were still working off a DV tape. And then I was fortunate enough, I think we made the switch to digital, which was a
Mhm.
huge deal. We made a switch to digital, I want to say my junior year, so circa 2005 to 6. And it was awesome. There was a big boost in both membership and event coverage where we were relied on as the source for. I think I saw the Marist fashion program tweeted or Instagram something today about people getting together doing a virtual runway show or something like that. And
Oh
it
wow.
reminded me of the Silver Needle show that MCTV used to cover.
Mhm.
So we got tasked with covering that, which was awesome. We worked with James Duryea doing graduation coverage, and we did sports, which was my wheelhouse. I loved covering football, soccer, baseball. Basketball was the best. Basketball was awesome. We were fortunate enough to have basketball when the women made it to the Sweet 16 of their
Oh wow.
tournament that year. So we covered them at the bridge at the arena at Harbor Yard in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Watched them win that. And then we followed them out to Ohio. They chartered a flight for us. That's one of my best college memories, actually. They chartered a flight for us. So they managed to get a nice student discount. And you got on a flight and you went to Ohio just to watch them play
Oh, nice.
the Lady Volunteers, which was
Wow.
amazing. And I'll never forget we left late and we showed up late. And we maintained to this day the Alicia Kreskis of the world, Nikki Flores, Juliana Vianney, Sarah Smerdell, all those girls that were there. I guarantee you, if we were there for the whole game and we didn't come in towards the end of the first half, they would have won because the second half they outscored Tennessee.
Oh
And
wow.
I guarantee the Lady Foxes would have beat Tennessee if Marist, the fans who were on that charter flight, would have got there on time. But one of my best memories being involved in MCTV, we went to every game. So you would develop a relationship with the students on a new level, which was so
Mhm.
cool. And it was so much fun. All the live events are good. Pre-tape shows. We did the Fox Den every week for sports, entertainment. That's a shame. My buddy John LaRocchia did that show, and the new show, of course, when we did it live, was a big deal. So I'd say the transition from DV tape to going digital was huge for us. Big deal.
Yeah. Well, it's funny to hear you talk about that because just this semester we were doing inventory in the MCTV office, and in the closet we found like this huge box full of old little tapes from the 2000s era of the club.
Oh, get out of here.
We
That's
were
awesome.
watching a couple of them, so I've probably seen some stuff that you've actually worked on.
I see. That's very cool, and I think
Yeah,
that's cool to keep. Yeah, my goodness, if you see any of my stuff on there, I'd love to see it and just make
yeah.
fun of myself.
I do. I
Show my
remember
wife; she'll
seeing a
laugh at
lot
me.
of. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, yeah. I would love to show my wife. She'll laugh at me. What were you gonna say, Tyler? Sorry, I cut you
I
off.
was gonna say I definitely saw a lot of the women's basketball tapes. There were a couple. There were a couple of weird ones. There was one of like a birth of a baby cow. I don't know like how that got in there. It was
So,
weird. Kind of.
MCTV, you never know what you're gonna capture.
Yeah, exactly. But I
You
think
know,
we
so
were
that's the beauty of
talking.
it.
I think we were thinking about like turning those into like digital files. So
Oh, that'd be awesome. I'll
yeah.
tell you, I think my alumni that I worked with, who I still keep in touch with now, some pioneers of MCTV, like Travis Teletachi was big, big, big at MCTV.
Mhm.
And even before I got there, and making MCTV a really big club that was so involved. Craig O'Brien, who was the initial person who really got me into MCTV and really inspired me to do more. He worked at ESPN for a long, long time. Eric Kimmel, who was the engineer at MCTV, who got me a job on ESPN College Game Day for the 2018-2019 season. God bless him. And that's one of the biggest shows on television that I was honored to be a part of as a stage manager, a second stage manager. So my point being, I think all of us would love to look at that footage. So if you do come up with an alumni show, or if you want to do something and throw them together, Amir Nabil on weather, John LaRocchia, my friend Angela Gallo, Brian Lowe, you'll see a
Mhm.
lot. And specifically from that year when the Lady Foxes made it to the Sweet 16, there's a ton of footage. And even the men were good that year. They made it in the NIT, they made it out of the first round.
Oh
So there's a
wow.
lot of basketball footage, circa 03 to 08, 09 even, when those teams were dominant.
Mm.
So
Well,
that'd be
we'll see.
really cool to see.
Yeah, yeah. It was cool to find those tapes and like look at them just to like it's a piece of MCTV history. So, well,
Yeah.
we'll see what we can do with those.
Awesome.
I think alumni would appreciate like seeing those
Yeah.
tapes again. Yeah.
Just to kind of remember when we had tapes,
Yeah,
remember when we were
exactly.
dealing with DV tapes and whether or not they would transfer or whether or not they
Hmm.
got recorded over on, like, just
Yeah.
silly stuff. I mean, I was also actually, I was around freshman year. We had VHS tapes.
Mm.
I remember us recording to VHS tapes and rolling in packages via VHS tapes and, press and
Wow.
play and watching it roll and it all, staticky and whatnot. So
Oh
yeah,
my
I
God.
would
I
love
think
to.
we have
That'd
a
be really
couple of
cool, man.
those
That'd be
too
really cool.
still lying around. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, thank you, Todd. This was a great opportunity to talk. It's great to have someone like you on our show. I don't really remember the last time we had an alumni on here, but
Cool.
it was good to hear your story, and it seems like you're doing really well for yourself.
Try. I'm
Um,
trying. I'm trying, man. Just trying to stay humble, stay hungry, and adapt. That's the biggest thing right now. I could tell the uh, freshmen through seniors adapt to this. Stay positive through it. Seniors, I know it's tough. You're not getting your spring, but adapt
mhm.
and be positive. The whole world's out there. They're ready for you. So, and I even had my that's my diploma right there.
Oh wow,
Well,
nice, nice.
oh yeah. So when I do my shows, this is my background. So this is your taking a look into my studio at home. So I
Cool.
always have my Maris diploma up there. So this was great to be a part of, guys. I love what MCTV is always doing. I'm following you guys. We're always cheering you on as a proud alumni. It's great to
Oh,
see you guys progress. And I know James Derrier is still there working hard, and Joey Wall. We love you guys. So good luck to you all, y'all.
oh well, that's great to hear. Thank you. And maybe I'll have to check out your show as well because
Yeah,
it sounds
definitely. Oh,
really
yeah.
cool.
Gotham After Dark, 10 p.m. Facebook.com/Gotham Trinity Productions. We're live Monday through Thursday night at 10 p.m.
Oh, nice, great. Well, you hear that, folks? If you want to check out Todd's show, you can go to Facebook right there and check him out. All right. Well, thank you, Todd, and thanks everybody for watching.